Welcome back everyone to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. As I just did my reactions to the nominations, we're going to do a quick breakdown here of all the surprises, of all the snubs and all that, because we did get some snubs. Did get some surprises. This was a very interesting year for Oscar nominations. I just saw, the tally. Oppenheimer had the most with 13. Poor Things was second with 11, and then there's some more ties after that. But, I did like most of the nominations, but some of them were just outright ridiculous. And the love for animation is just sad to see, because there's no love for animation. All animated features are just stuck in the animated feature category. It's just so sad to see that, and we're going to get to that in a second. But the first one that we're looking at is actor in a supporting role. Sterling K. Brown was a surprise nomination for me. He was at my sixth, seventh position. No Charles Melton in here, which is kind of disappointing. Maybe would have liked to see him more than Sterling K. Brown. But as I said, Sterling K. Brown's performance was actually really good, really hilarious. The heart of the movie, kind of. And we had Robert De Niro, which was expected. Robert Downey Jr. expected. Ryan Gosling expected. But I was a little bit worried about him because, comedy doesn't really work. But, we got two comedic performances in here. Actually, three if you count Mark Ruffalo, which is, really good. And I like this. I like this five a lot. This set is really good. No double Poor Things Bros. No Charles Melton. No Dominic Sessa. But, he'll have his time to shine. Sterling K. Brown getting in is actually really good, though. Costume design. This was, kind of interesting for me because, the four that were expected were Barbie, Killers, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. Napoleon does get in. I'll say Napoleon costumes are really good, but there had to have been other choices out there. Like, I would have liked to see, Wonka more than Napoleon in here. I think Napoleon's just a really gray film. It's also the quality of that film's not great. So I just am surprised with all the nominations that Napoleon did get, which is kind of weird. Makeup and hairstyle, Golda, it's its only nomination. I didn't care to predict it because I didn't see it. I didn't know that many people did see it. Maestro, of course, got in. Oppenheimer, Poor Things. Society of Snow, very happy that got in. Got some very good makeup there. Only one surprise here, which is Golda. I didn't really know what to expect from that one. Then we got adapted screenplay. This was kind of the surprise that I didn't see until I looked on Twitter, which was Killers of the Flower Moon did not get in, which was kind of weird because, it's a 3.5 hour movie. You got to have a good screenplay for it to actually, feel like good pace and all that. And it didn't get in. We had American Fiction, which was great. I love the writing. Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Zone of Interest. Haven't seen it still. Heard it's great. If we took Killers out, I don't even know what one you would put in, but it's still a good group, even though Killers did get, snubbed. I don't think Killers is going to win any Oscars. It's just going to have some nominations. That sucks for that movie, but it's just a hard time for that movie to come out. Original screenplay, Anatomy of Fall, Holdovers, Maestro, May December, Past Lives. Very happy that May December got in. I wasn't, sure if that one was going to get in, but it did. It's one of my favorites from 2023. Maestro, I don't really care about the script that much in that movie. I think the best part is like the sound and Bradley Cooper, Carey Mulligan. I think the script and the pacing of that movie is easily some of its worst parts. Also, Anatomy of Fall getting a lot of love, which I like to see. An actress in a supporting role. Some very weird nominations here. Emily Blunt, Daniel Brooks, and Divine Joy Randolph are, the ones that I expected. Jodie Foster, I predicted, but I didn't really care about Nyad. I love Jodie Foster as an actress, but Nyad is just not an Oscars movie. It's just, a weird movie, and it just didn't make any noise at all. And America Ferrera for Barbie, I will say it's a great performance, but I don't think it's Oscar worthy. I would have had someone like a Rachel McAdams in here, maybe like a Penelope Cruz in here. Sandra Hüller for Zone of Interest, I heard was amazing. She got no love for Zone of Interest. I easily would have taken out Jodie Foster in America for some other people. I just think that it's so odd, especially when you get to the leading actress category, to see how, the only Barbie actress that got in was America Ferrera. It's such an interesting decision that I will never understand. Original song, the only surprise was Killers of the Flower Moon. Very happy that got in. But it just didn't make any sense how they can give it love for original song, but not for adapted screenplay, and not for actor, but they'll put it in for song. I'm Just Ken is the one I want to win, and the one, I was a little bit worried about. Original score, here we go. This is just, this is stupid. American Fiction, happy. Killers of the Flower Moon, great. Oppenheimer, Poor Things, amazing. But Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, are you kidding me? Like, who went into that and, got out of it and said, oh, this is amazing, the score is amazing? No one. Sure, it's John Williams, but it's not peak John Williams. It's not, fantastic John Williams. It's just, kind of average. There's some great tracks, but not a lot's great. Across the Spider-Verse didn't get in. You know, they didn't nominate for this. It doesn't make any sense. How does Across the Spider-Verse not get in? You had experimental sound, you know, it had a goose in the soundtrack. Tanner Pemberton did so much for that score, and it just gets no love. Animation gets no love outside of animated feature. The Boy and the Heron should have also got in. I don't know what's going on. Why are we picking the Dial of Destiny? What the heck? It doesn't make any sense. This is probably like one of the worst categories. We all know who's going to win, but it just sucks to see Daniel Pemberton work so hard and get snubbed. That, you know, surprised me just a little bit. International feature, Zone of Interest is the only, oh, Society of Snow also. I don't get any luck where I live. I don't get to see many international features in theaters. I gotta wait, you know, until they all go in digital. Kind of sucks. Animated feature, where all the animated films get love in the one category. I think that the, you know, the Academy hates to vote for this category because, you know, they hate animated films. But, you know, I do like this 5. Haven't seen Robot Dreams, Nimona. Nimona I would have switched out for TMNT or Suzume, but, you know, it got in. But Across the Spider-Verse, Elemental, Boy and the Heron are the ones that I'm the happiest about. I do predict Across the Spider-Verse. If Across the Spider-Verse doesn't win, oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. And production design, you know, 4 good nominations, and then Napoleon just sits there in the back row, like it thinks it belongs, but it doesn't belong. You know, it's good production design, but nothing really fantastic here. I would have taken, you know, something else. Not, I can't remember what I would, like a Zone of Interest, I think looks great. Film editing, I think this is, you know, one of the best categories. It's the one, you know, I kind of predicted it's the best, you know, options for this category, so I don't really have anything to say about that. Best sound, we had the creator get in for here, and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, some surprise this year, and then Maestro, Oppenheimer, and Zone of Interest. You know, in this category, I didn't know how to predict because sound's always interesting. No The Killer, no Ferrari. That's really interesting, but I'm happy about the creator of Mission Impossible. And visual effects, you know, I'm very happy for Godzilla -1. I did predict that in my nominations. A lot of people, you know, left that out, but it deserved to get in. For like a $10 million budget, looks that great. The creator, one of the best looking films of the year. Guardians 3, its VFX were utilized perfectly. Dead Reckoning looked great, and then Napoleon just sits there in the back row once again, just trying to fit in. You know, I would have taken something else easily. Just give me something else for that and I'll be okay. Give me a Poor Things. If we're talking about limited CGI and limited VFX, give me Poor Things instead of Napoleon. I don't get that. Cinematography, you know, we were worried because last year's cinematography lineup was so odd. This one looks a lot better. It's, you know, El Conde kind of just, it surprised me just a little bit. I didn't know there was that much love for it. I think it looks great. I don't think the movie as a whole is, you know, great movie. But, you know, I do like these nominations a lot. Killers, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. I would have loved to see the holdovers in here. But, you know, El Conde did get in. But we all know El Conde is not winning. Oppenheimer's going to win that. Actor in a leading role. One surprise here was no Leo. You know, I wish Leo got in over Coleman Domingo. I thought Leo and Killers of the Fire Moon were stronger than Rustin and Coleman Domingo, but you don't get what you deserve sometimes. And of course, no Zac Efron. It just sucks to see that because he, you know, did so much for that movie. But I do blame A24 for that, releasing it way too late. It just sucks to see that just pushed under the rug. But Bradley Cooper is expected. Coleman Domingo, I didn't care for Rustin that much, but he did do pretty good. Paul Giamatti, Cillian Murphy, and Jeffrey Wright. Very excited, very happy for Jeffrey Wright. He did amazing, and I cannot wait to see that movie again. Actress in a leading role. Oh, Lord. Barbie fans are going to be a little upset, and I'm a little upset too, because I would have liked, you know, Margot Robbie or Greta Lee over Annette Bening for Naiad. How does Naiad get so many nominations? 2 nominations for Naiad, and what is it, 3 nominations for Napoleon, and Across the Spider-Verse got, you know, 1 nomination. Can you believe that? It just doesn't make any sense. Who, you know, watched Naiad and said this is an award caliber film, this is an, you know, we got to nominate this for every category, for every acting category that it can be nominated for? I don't get that. It's good performances, but it's just a film that doesn't deserve it. It didn't, none of the performances even blew me away as a whole, so I don't get it. Lily Gladstone, Sandra Hüller, Carey Mulligan, Emma Stone, the other 4 that I was predicting, and, you know, the other one was Margot Robbie. I thought that she was going to get in. I thought Greta Lee was going to get in, but no, Annette Bening. It's just such an odd choice. Like, how are we choosing, how, you know, I can understand maybe Annette Bening over Margot Robbie, but no Greta Lee? Greta Lee's performance was, you know, 100 times better than Annette Bening. It doesn't make much sense there, but directing, this is probably, I think this is the 5 that I guessed here. I don't think I guessed Jonathan Glazer. I think I had Alexander Payne in for the holdovers, but I haven't seen Zone of Interest. But happy that Justine Triet got in for Anatomy of a Fall. She did great. Killers of the Fire Moon, Oppenheimer, poor things, of course. I was a little bit worried that Yorgos wasn't going to get in. People weren't predicting him, but I did. I love that. I love that directing by him. People were predicting Greta Gerwig for Barbie. I didn't see it, and I was right because the directing was good, nothing fantastic there. So you just got to get over it. Barbie's not going to not going to get a directing nomination, but I'm happy for Anatomy of Fall. Courtroom dramas I think are some of the hardest to direct sometimes because you got to have some great camera placement, some great movement, and it's interesting. But yeah, and then we got Best Picture, the last one that we're going to talk about. And I will say there are no surprises here. I pretty much predicted all 10 here. You can go back to my predictions if maybe I was one off, but I think I got them all right here. There's some great nominations here, though. It's one of the best Best Picture lineups that I've seen in many years, maybe since like 2019 and 2018 and all that. But, I wish we got at least one surprise. It's always fun to get one surprise because it makes me angry or makes me sad. But this nomination list made me happy. I'm gonna have a fun time, ranking these because I do a ranking of all of these 10 movies. But I still have to see Zone of Interest whenever it comes to my theaters. American Fiction though, great movie. Anatomy of Fall, great movie. Barbie, loved it. The Holdovers, loved it even more. Killers of the Fire Moon, so good. Maestro, good, not great. Oppenheimer, amazing. Past Lives, amazing. Poor Things, amazing. Zone of Interest, haven't seen it. So no bad movies on our Best Picture lineup. I would have actually thrown my monitor though if something like Nyad got nominated for Best Picture. I would have thrown my monitor. Napoleon, get out of here. But yeah, those are the nominations. That's my in-depth conversation on it. I'm kind of stunned. Across the Spider-Verse, didn't get nominated for score. Some other stuff like Napoleon, Nyad getting so many nominations. Leo missing. Margot, Greta Lee missing. No Iron Claw love. May December got one nomination. Good for them. Love it. But some just odd nominations. But Oppenheimer and Poor Things led the nominations. So I'm happy about that. That's going to be it. That for my breakdown of this. Hope that you guys did enjoy. Leave your thoughts on the nominations, all the snubs, surprises. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.